Okay. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Okay. It's been a while since I've been on. Alright. Let me get some music going. Yo, what's up, Bastion? Oh, I feel like my hair's so crazy. I need a haircut. How's it going? I'm doing good, man. I almost didn't want to stream tonight because I'm just so tired, but I think I need to start up again and just do small, you know, like work on in small chunks. So, yeah. I think what I want to do, though, I was thinking about it, and with C++, I kind of want to get back into it. And I also want to get into OpenGL, of course. I think what I want to do is make a Pong clone, and I just think it'll be really easy that way to just start super simple with a game. And I think Pong is, since it's like pretty much the first, I don't know, it's like the first video game, really. I already have a trial, or I mean an account, so one sec, let me log in. There we go. Okay. There we go. Should be good. Yeah, even if you're tired, just adding some lines and stuff help step by step until you get to the destination. Yeah. I mean, dude, you saw how I was when I was doing this like every day. I mean, that was before I had a job and everything, but like, man, it was really, I was doing super good with my learning. And I think just getting something done every day is enough, you know? And I also haven't touched C++ in like a month, so. Oh, I need to change these settings. Let's see, settings. Editor. Tabs and indents. This is 3. 3. I mean, of course, having a job will make you work less on these C++ projects, but at least you're getting money from the job. Absolutely, yeah. I think what's hard too is like, I feel like with my job, I have to work so fast, and I use AI to help me with my work, but it's been really hard to learn on the job as much as I can. So just returning to the foundations, but I think will be helpful. Okay. Let's see if there we go, that looks better. This is my first time using C-line. I think it'll be good. I am not using new line. Let's just build this and test it. The one thing I do like about this is C-line, and like this gets rid of the CMake stuff, which I hate working on. Yeah, let's make a new directory. So I'll call this include, and then new directory source, and that goes in there. Refactor, build, run. There we go. So do you prefer these higher programming languages at your job or C++? I prefer C++ for I mean, it's really, I mean, I use React at work and like TypeScript, and there's benefits to both. I would say that it really gets annoying though because there's a lot of abstraction that comes with web development, especially when, I guess, there's no such thing as as performance in terms of you're not going around and manually cleaning up things to make it more performant all the time. You can obviously make more performant code with data structures and algorithms, but with C++, everything is super picky, which I can like, honestly. I appreciate it most of the time. So I'm thinking, let me think about this. Let's see, new class. So I'll call this Pong. And then I will actually move this into the source folder. I see what you mean. So you like the control part? Yeah, I prefer C++ still. I think with React and web development, like the job that I have, I love seeing the front end changes just like right in front of me, you know? I mean, it's hard because I like using AI and I don't like using it. That's why I'm like, I want to learn more React as well outside of work. I feel like my channel has been more C++, and like I might try and do some React streams, but I don't know if that would be something you guys would want to watch. But I don't know. But C++, it's a hard language, I would say. I mean, it's really, I'm learning it still and using it for game development because that's what I want to do someday. I mean, personally, I just like talking about tech stuff, so I don't mind if you stream React. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see if I have time, you know. Let's watch an example of Pong. Pong demo. Pong should be super... Alright, let's see. Keyboard, easy. So yeah, we have a separator. We could honestly even just use a square. I think the biggest thing is just making sure that it looks like the easy mode. The only thing that I would be struggling with is how to make the AI. but I'm guessing you just make it relative to the position of the bar, and then you would update the bar's position. Like, you could probably put a threshold of like how accurate it is depending on the difficulty, you know. So yeah. Do I want to make a C++ Pong game? Yeah, I think that's a good entry level project for me to get back into C++ or OpenGL, and it's a 2D project, so I think it would be good. The only thing is I just need to get my OpenGL set up, but I think I just want to do a little bit of practice stuff beforehand and see how I'm doing. Maybe I can also try that in Python with Ursina engine. That's cool. Yeah, you should. Let's see. I need to set up OpenGL. This is the worst part about OpenGL, is setting it up. GLFW. Download. Let's see. macOS. Okay. So okay. Should be good there. Hey, what's up, guys? What happened to the Planet game? Oh, I still have that. I just am doing something to start fresh, and then I'm gonna probably go back to that once I don't know. It's been a while since I've even touched C++, so I want to really just start with something fresh so that I can have better ideas in my mind and, you know, programming. Takes a while to get back into stuff after not touching it. Okay, so in fact, actually, you brought up a good point with my solar simulator. I actually probably should use that as reference for the file structure, because we have that here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you can see here, I just am having issues with it's working and all, but none of the textures are loading. And it looks like that is for unloadable bound to sampler type float using zero texture. So, yeah, it's not loading that for some reason. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Glad, let me see. Let me just copy that over. Also, yeah, there's just issues I need to go back and fix with this one. You guys can't even see it, I don't think. Vendor. Yeah, I think I'll just put it in a vendor folder. There we go. How's everybody doing though? I feel like it's been a while since I've really been on. Oh, did it move the whole oh man, it moved the entire thing. Too complex. Sure. That's fine, it has what I need here. I'm just moving the newer versions over here. Perfect. Okay, now I can delete this. And we can do that. And then in main, I can probably just copy over the setup for the most part. And then I'm gonna kind of go and clean it up. Alright, let's see. Glad.h. Glad.h is in vendor, so I wonder if there is. I'm wanting to see if we can just fix the. Actually, no, I'm not going to use any. Let's see, GLM. It's in vendor, so it would probably be vendor glad. Let me restart this. How's everybody doing? gonna see if you can just fix my config file here, because there's a lot of includes in here. Gotcha. Glad is your header only in this repo. There's a source file that also needs to be compiled. Oh, I need to do make clean. Build. Yeah. I think it does need to update the directory. And then Glad has no implementation file in the repo, only the header. Oh, do I need glad.cpp? Yeah, I do. Let's see, I think it's in, yeah, glad.c. There it is. Let's see. Okay, glad.c. Which I actually need to restore that file here. Okay, that should be good. Okay, this should now build. Let's see. Yeah, included Cocoa and IOKit and OpenGL. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got a window built. Perfect. I am gonna open a sprite and just build a simple bar component. I guess it wants me to sign in. Okay, a sprite is updating. Gosh, that is bright. Okay, new file. We'll just do 16 pixels, honestly. 16 by 16 is pretty small, and we're not doing anything crazy. Yeah. I mean, the bar itself is literally just a bar. We could probably give it a border of some kind. Maybe we could do like a player 1 and a player 2 bar. I think we could do, this could be player 2. Yeah, I think that would be good. Sprites, and then I'll just say this can go in Pong, and then this can be, actually we need it to be a PNG, and I'll just call it player 1. And then player 2 can literally be red. Though I don't know why it's doing this. There we go. Oh wait, oh it's saving that to the same thing. Okay, so I'll need a new file. How do I select it again? Oh. Literally this. There we go. And then this can be red. And this can be player 2. Okay. Perfect. And then we can make a folder right here for assets. And then we can go here, resources, sprites, Pong. And we can put those in assets, refactor. Perfect. Now we have like a red and blue bar that we can use that'll go up and down. Okay. What's a good... .320 by 180 is probably the best window height here. Perfect. And obviously we can just make that bigger. Yeah, we've got math here. I don't know why these... Oh, they're not being used, that's why. Okay, so the biggest thing now is we just need to draw... We need to make a class to draw everything. So I'm going to again use the solar simulator as a good example to kind of go off of. This is a good user input class. Okay, yeah, so we're going to want a texture class for the textures themselves. So texture. Honestly, this is just probably going to be a this is just going to be a struct, so I don't even think we need a a source file for it. Where's delete? Delete. There we go. And then, let's see, a texture has an ID and a type. Okay, so that's a good starting point for that. And then what else do we need? We need a loader. So the texture loader takes the texture and the path. Okay. So this will just be a header file. Texture loader. And then I don't need this. And then we would do include texture loader and, or sorry, texture. And then this would take a string path. And then this would just be class texture loader. And then that would take a path. But actually it would be const string path. Also, how's the audio, guys? Can you guys hear me okay? Okay, so that makes sense. We got something that'll take a path to our actual texture, and then we got a texture object as well. For a shader, yeah, we're gonna need to, yeah, I'm just gonna copy the shader file because it's pretty much the same thing. Shader. And let's read over it really quick. Okay, so we have the vertex path and the fragment path. This will open the vertex files. Yeah. Activate the shader, so we'll use it. And then these are uniform functions for each of them. And then compile errors. Okay, yeah, it looks good. Can you guys hear me okay? Let's see. And we need I want to try and get the... Hey, a few days ago I just finished with my take-home assignment. Tomorrow I have the interview of that. And what questions to expect? They are offering $900 per month for an internship for 3 months. I guess I would need more clarification on what your job position that you're applying for is. If it's a C++ role, or a like web dev role, yeah, I would need more context there. But I'd be happy to help where I can. Let's see. Honestly, the background can just be completely black, so I think RGB, so that would be 0.0 F, 0.0 F, 0.0 F, and then 1.0. I like how this tells you red, green, blue, and alpha. That's nice. Yeah, so that's pure black now. And if it was 1, 1, 1. Software engineering, full stack web dev. Are you gonna, do you know if what stack that they're using? Are they using React? Or are they using, yeah, if you know what stack they're using, let me know. There we go, and this is white. Okay, perfect. So we want to change this back to 0. Oh, I need to get faster with key binding and editing. Okay. And then I want to get something drawn in the middle. So we take the screen height divided by 2, essentially, to get the middle. Flask.js. I would just do what you can regarding that, like Flask. I haven't used Flask, but study up on like JavaScript and very basic fundamentals. I would say since it's an internship, you want to just showcase that you're good at solving problems rather than getting the correct solution. So really focus on, hey, this is how I approach solving the problem. That's like the biggest thing for any interview, is showing that you know how to go about finding a solution rather than getting it correct the first time. Yeah, that's what I would say. Okay, let's see. We need to just kind of cleaning up. So I'm gonna need my vertex and fragment shaders. Yeah, vertex.js. Maybe I should use Writer since it has GLSO support. What are you making? I'm making a Pong clone right now. I actually, let's see, I'll show you. It won't really show up here, but I did make a solar system simulator. I can't get it to work. I don't know why I keep getting that error. I'm making a Pong clone in C++. I'll kind of show you what the idea is. So, I need to figure out the input, of course, but right now, I want to make something where we have lines in the middle and then we have bars. I'll probably make it just like this, but from scratch. And then I really want to try Raylib later on. But yeah, we need a score at the top. So actually, that's a good point. So our game class, this will handle. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's say that we have. We just have an unsigned int score. Oh, that's why. Let's see. What's your algorithm gonna be? I don't know yet. I'm gonna probably have, my idea is essentially our player movement is really manual. The AI movement is gonna have to be, I think I'm gonna have a threshold of like when the ball is in proximity to the enemy bar, maybe adjust the advancements in which it will move. So if it can see the direction it's going, move in that direction. But I'll have to probably keep it super simple to start. But yeah, that's a good point. I mean, the algorithm itself is going to be a little tricky, but we'll get there. I'm starting super simple right now. Right now I'm just worried about getting everything structured, and then I will eventually get it set up. So the game itself is going to construct with an initial score. So we'll have a score started at 0, but we need to have 2 scores. So we need to have player 1 score, and then we need to have player 2 score. And then I think I'll just initialize these to 0. And then you need to work on your flow. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's my first time jumping back into C++ in a while. So I get you. And I haven't streamed in a little bit. So I apologize if it's slow. I kind of take it from an architectural standpoint of just top-bottom perspective. You know, start at the game class itself. What does our game need to function? Then move into the individual components. Yeah. I want to try and, let me see if I can pull up my solar simulator and get that working, because I would love to show you guys what it looks like. Let's see, open folder, game dev, I think it's in project, solar sim. Let me find it. There it is. Okay. But I want to open this in C line. Open. Yeah. Let's see. And then maybe I can get a quick work in here. New window. Trust project. I've been playing through. I've been thinking about the game that I'm gonna make, and I've been playing through Silksong. And dude, I would love to make something similar but way simpler. I don't know. I kind of want to list all of my favorite games of all time. Pick a genre, and take things from every one of those games and kind of mix the styles around to make something simple. The biggest problem is scope creep, and I want to start very small. And that's why I'm starting with Pong, so that I can complete something and then move to the next thing. I'm going to check back in an hour. I probably won't be streaming too much longer tonight, but I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for being here. Let me see if I can get this cleaned up. add the configuration. Thank you guys for all being here tonight, by the way. Hey, how's it going, Pugo? Or, yeah, I hope I said that right. Pugo, Pudjo. It's going good. I am building Pong in C++. Not as my official game. This is just for practice. And I'm trying to get better with OpenGL, so. It's going okay, though. I'm just trying to get another project built really quick. Right now, it's going good though. We're just kind of setting up the base game and what we need. We're going to need a user input class as well. So let's kind of just go architecturally with... we're going to need a user input. And then this will go get added to the project. So, and then this can go in our source folder. And then, let's see. I think I'm gonna keep the, oh cool, so you don't, so you just use plain OpenGL? Yeah, for this, that's what I'm doing. And in fact, once I get this other project, I'm just fixing the build issues really quick. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Yeah, but I'm using plain OpenGL for this project. I'm thinking when I build my next game, I'm going to try Raylib. I think Raylib would be a really good library for simplicity and also just getting something made. And I think in the future I want to join a game jam and see how that goes. Let's see. What else do we need? We're gonna need a class for, yeah, for our vertex. Raylib is really fun to work with. Yeah, I'm excited to use Raylib. Oh, guys, it's working. Okay, so this is something that I did make a couple months ago in OpenGL. It's just a basic solar system simulator. I finally got it working, though. And I'm going to come back to it after this one, I think. So I think it's just fun to look at. I feel like I'm pretty proud of this one. I mean, it's super straightforward, but it was my first OpenGL project from scratch. I mean, the nice thing is that it was pretty simple code-wise, and I really want to improve upon it. I think in the future I would love to add orbital calculations with like the proper gravity. Look at, I love that you can like see them all the planets align as well. I don't think it's accurate, but it works. It's something. Okay. On that note, I think this is a good spot for me to stop right now. And I think next stream I want to break the things down into class diagrams and get things made a little bit more structured. Let's see. Looks very satisfying. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, you can see here, this is the whole game. We have acceleration and angle, physics, and velocity. I started with physics. I'm gonna try and update this to use a new gravity variable that impacts the actual rotation and orbit. But yeah, I mean, position is literally just a bunch of setting and getting and updating. Yeah. But I'm gonna come back to this. But I got a little bit done today, which I'm happy about, so we'll come back to it in the future. Not in the future. I'll probably be streaming again tomorrow. But thank you guys for all being here. Feel free to sub if you're new. Join the Discord in the description. I think it's also just in the channel as well. But yeah, I appreciate you guys all being here. I'm gonna go play some Silk Song. I love that game. It's so hard though. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you guys for being here. I will probably be back tomorrow. I'm excited to get some more coding done. So, see you guys.